Hi guys, it's Ryan Carruthers here from mypropertycommunity.com, and today I was typing out a blog post and I thought, do you know what, instead of me typing it out, why don't I try and do a video blog post and record it and see if you guys prefer it. Don't always want to do blog posts where there's a big ream of text and you guys have got to read it. It might be much easier for you to be able to watch this as a video and me explain it. So the blog post is on 8 challenges that every property entrepreneur will face, because nowadays it seems that every Tom, Dick and Harry wants to be a property investor and they want to help you and have that portfolio of their dreams. I mean, doesn't it? It does seem like everybody's wanting to get into property, and that, I don't personally think that that's a bad thing. I think that's an absolutely great thing, and it says a lot about our society and that we are one of the countries that really do push people to have their own business and to become entrepreneurs, and we do seem to support that. But as in everything, what needs to happen is those people need to become action takers, so they're not just playing at it. So I thought I'd put this blog post together which will go through sort of 8 challenges which I think that every property person will face in their journey, and ones that I know firsthand that I've had and people I've worked with have had as well. So number 1, I don't think it's going to take any prizes for guessing what it is. It's lack of funds. This is the one that stops most people. Let's face it, to buy property you do need money. How many people do you meet who are desperate to raise some funds, so that they can get started? They're always talking about that JV backer. I just need to find that JV backer. They're dreaming of finding it. Some people do use that as an excuse for not doing stuff because they haven't got the money, but they could go find a deal and then sell that deal. So one thing that I learned very quickly is to accept that I won't be able to do all the deals that I want to do. I can't do them now because a lack of funds will stop me. So once I accepted that, it pushed me on, and then I was able to start networking properly, finding deals and selling those deals and building up those relationships, and also making some money from property. The second one is relying on people. Now this is a big one. The team of people that you're going to have around you are crucial to your success. You think that that friend you employed or you're working with is great until you find out that they aren't doing anything. They're not helping you, they're messing around, they're playing at it, they're telling everybody about what you're doing. It's just not working. So make sure that you pick people around you carefully. Working with the right people can really supercharge your growth at a rate that you never ever believed. I have been very lucky and very fortunate. I've gone on my gut instinct and worked with the people who I liked to spend my time with and who we built a relationship with. Another thing that I did, which Kim Stone's actually taught me, one of the best things I've ever learned from him, was don't make a decision in that split second. So if you've met somebody for a coffee and you've got on really, really well, it's easy to get excited with the potential. Go away, think about it, maybe have another coffee with that person. Do not make that decision straight away, and that will help. Number 3 is time management. Time is our most precious commodity. It's the most precious commodity in which you own, and I hear people saying all the time that they're working 70, 80, 90-hour weeks to make this property dream a success. But what I want you to do is identify the key tasks which you should be devoting your time to. If not, then stop everything you're doing and start looking at those. They are what grow the business. You need to manage your time well so that you can get the most out of it and prioritise the tasks that should be taken care of first. I use a couple of things for this. I use Asana to track my tasks that need doing, and then in the members area for my property community, which will be launching soon, mini sales pitch there, I've put together a video on the daily, weekly and monthly and how you can integrate that into your life so that you can identify these income generating tasks, and then you can note those down. So number 4 is a big one, dealing with stress. This one is exactly like managing your time. It's linked directly to you, and it's dealing with your stress. So yes, you've got into property and you're trying to build that life of freedom, which, let me tell you, you won't ever do because you've been bitten by this bug that we call property, and you will just continue to go in it. And day in and day out, you're going to be making decisions. You are the captain of your own ship, and guess what? some will go wrong. So you need to manage yourself and take time to de-stress, to handle that stress, so that you can handle these wrong moves, because they're going to happen. They are definitely going to happen. I've made them and I still continue to make them. Number 5 is technology. Now, we live in a world where it's pretty instantaneous now. You can find out the answer to everything via Google. Google is the friend. Pub quizzes have to be changed because of Google. So technology is moving at such a rate that it is going to affect your business. Now, you don't have to use technology in your business, but you do need to be aware of the changes that it's having in the world that relates to you. So if you can use it to help run your business and take some of the time or the stresses away from you, then do that. Now, I'm not saying that if you've been in property for 50 years and you've done it all paper, you've done it a certain way to go completely paperless, you're never going to be able to do that. Stick with little things and get people in to help you. There's loads of people out there who know this technology and who will set it up for you to save you time and stress. And it's going to make your business move faster. And it is a challenge. Number 6 is scaling. Every business needs to do this. Things cannot stay the same if you want to be a serious competitor. And you do want to be a serious property competitor, don't you? This is one of the hardest steps, and it will happen, and when it does, the people that you've chosen to be around you are going to be your greatest asset. Number 7 is a fear of failure. So many people have fear in property. It cripples them. It stops them taking action, so that they can move on and they can move forward. But you've got to remove that fear of failing. In order to succeed, you're going to have to take risks. You remove the fear by calculating them, and then you are ready to pull the trigger. And then that leads me on to number 8, which is linked to all of them, guys, and it's decisions, and vital ones at that. This is where you're going to have to be brave. I can't teach you this. Nobody can teach you this. Because you've chosen to become this property investor, you've got out of the grind. Everything rests on your shoulders now. You're the one who makes the decisions. You cannot avoid them, so make the decision, stick with it, and then deal with it, guys. And then just move on. I cannot tell you any more on that one. You're going to have to work out how to make the decisions yourself. I can just advise you if you need, or I can put you in touch with people who have been in certain situations that you are now finding yourself in and helping you out. But ultimately, you've got to pull the trigger. You've got to be the decision maker. But that's great. So it is hard to become a successful property person. There is a lot resting on your shoulders, and you have to be okay with the things that I've spoken about. They're the challenges that most will face. So please watch out for them and do prepare for them. And if you've got any that you've faced, please pop them in the comments below. And if you have liked this video, please share it with your friends. If you've preferred it to reading a blog post, please let me know. I think the next blog post I'm going to do will probably be a video one, and it's going to be on the George and Dragon pub, which won us the HMO Property Investor Deal of the Year. So thank you very much for your time, guys, and I will speak to you soon.